Anyone still going? Like, you're actually quiet this time, so I'm concerned. Anyone? One potato? Two? Okay. Okay. If, just while I'm thinking of this right now, after the quiz, you always turn your stuff in. Today's a white day. That means I ain't getting to it until after school. If your binder or notebook or whatever, if you use it for like multiple classes or you need it for the weekend, tell me so that I do yours first. Okay? So that way I'll just try to get yours out of the way, like maybe at lunch or something, so that you have it for the weekend. Because otherwise, it's a white day. I'm slammed all day. I ain't getting to it. Okay? But I am going to be going through them after school before I leave. Just throwing that out there. How do I get X stuff out of exponent? Logs. What kind of log? Whatever you feel like. Okay. So, curious, was anyone in here facetious and decided to use, like, you know, log-based waffle? Like, just some random log? No? Did anyone go LN? Oh, you all went common log, huh? Okay. I'm tempted to go natural log now just to mess with people. So I'll take log of this side and log of this side. Now my exponents come down as coefficients. So I'm going to have 6x minus 3 times log of 3. I'm going to have 4 minus 4x times log of 2. I disturb it, and the way that you write it, you can either say 6x log 3 minus 3 log 3. You can say it like that, or you could say minus 4 log 2 x's, like that. Okay, so you can write it either way. They're the same thing. This is technically how we're supposed to write it. This is going to make a lot more sense for how you solve it, like understanding that it's an entire coefficient of x. So it all depends on which way you prefer. The foreigners were messing with my board, so now it's cross-eyed. Literally, our foreign exchange students were in here yesterday at Game Club, and they were like messing with my board. They discovered that you can fling things, so it's really fun and entertaining. So, all your x stuff to one side. So I'll have, most of you were cool with just going straight for that, right? 6 log 3 plus 4 log 2 x's. Like after we got a couple reps with it, we were like, oh yeah, it's just going to do that thing. Add this one over, so I'll have 4 log 2 plus 3 log 3. And divide. The question is, how do we write our answer? Okay. You can leave it like that if you want. But if you also want to use the properties of logs to combine things, you can. So 4 comes up top, so that's log of 2 to the 4th, or 16. 3 comes up top, which is 9 times 2, wait, now it's 27. What? Are they products or sums? If you tried doing this, you just killed a puppy. Feel terrible. No, because they are add-ins, because like I can cancel out factors. These are not factors. And I know it's super tempting because you see them right. Like how many times when we were doing all the rational function stuff, if I saw x plus 2 over x plus 2, it was gone. But that's because they were binomials multiplied together. These are not. So 2 to the 4th and 3 to the 3rd. I could also say that's 2 16, so 5, so 4, 432, right? Right, because I'll have 2 to the 3rd and 3 to the 3rd. That's how I did it. Because you'll have 2 to the 4th and 3 in the 3rd. So if I instead say I have 6 to the 3rd, since I know 216.
Now I get it. That's why I was always off.
Yeah. So log of 432 and what's our other one? 3 in the 6th and 2 in the 4th. Ew. So 6 to the 4th, 12. 12, 60, 96, 1296 times another 9. 1300, 9, 5, 9,000, 5, 1170. So, yeah, I lost it. Help. 664? Okay. So either way, a word of caution, especially before we're about to take a test. Can I reduce this? Because I got rules about quotients and logs. Could I now just call that log of 432 over 11,664 and reduce that? I know that number reduces. I'm asking if we can do that. Okay. Remember that if I have a log, single log of a quotient, I can break that up. If I have a difference, I can combine it as a quotient. This is literally a quotient of separate logs. So their objects cannot be messed with, cannot be reduced. Okay. It's a distinction that I need to do a better job about making in class. But did you 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I think it's this is a Likert problem. Nailed it. Got the work to back it up. Crap, I missed a negative. But I know what I'm doing. Well, I screwed that up. I screwed that up. I was doing the right thing, but yeah, I screwed that up. Wow, that sucked. I'm not even close. I tried to do the thing, but I screwed up like here, 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 and like I just plain broke math. You attempted the problem. There's something with a log in there. And you didn't even do that. Okay. So sometimes we've got to score it up like that, judgment style. But anything? You starting something, Lars. You starting something. Everyone else is about that life now. Homework. I forgot to queue up the thing, but talk to me. I think there was one or two questions, and they were more just I needed to reread the problem. No. Yeah, it's probably because you're doing your homework at midnight 30. Don't do that. Then don't do your homework. Do you have the opportunity to just text me and say, wait, I forgot we got the show tonight. I'm probably not going to get to my homework. Can I turn in my book later? I've been saying it since day one. Life happens. I don't want you beating yourselves up to get a few problems done that you don't have to turn in today. Well, it was something from how many days ago? Like, we've had time, right? Oh, yeah. I should hand this out.
Yeah, probably. Make sure it's the quiz, not the, or the review, not the quiz.
Yeah, over here, like talking trash. That's why I don't trust short people.
Just remind me.
No. Yeah.
I've fallen asleep with the 8-push textbook open on my bed more times than I can count. I do not read the chat. Dude,
Everyone get one.
Okay, I was like, no, they're just check marks.
Okay. All right. Stage one. Who is your mathematical daddy? Okay. But the parent graph has a different name. No, I won't. I won't care if you say f of x, g of x, potato of x. It's just the name of the function. Yeah. So, what 4 transformation? Oh, 3 transformations happened. Okay. Reflection, either in the x-axis or vertical reflection. If you say it first, it doesn't matter which one you use. What is important is you have to say either vertical or in the x-axis, because you can't just say a reflection, because you can reflect about any line. I like it. I'll get lazy and say it's a dilation. And how do I know it's a vertical translation, not a horizontal? Okay. Now what is it? Which way? Okay. Okay. Now that I've done all that stuff, my vertical asymptote has not changed, but my point that is normally at 1, 0 gets translated up 1. So it's kind of like I'm moving the crosshairs of where the normal axes are. Then I'm going to use the powers of 3, which are normally 0, 3, 9. I'm going to use all those, but they're going to be reflected. And the vertical distance between them is half as far. So this may be 3 to the 0, but when I say 3 to the first, I have to go half as far vertically. Okay, it doesn't change your horizontal spacing. It changes your vertical spacing. It's a vertical compression. So we're going to go down a half and over 3. I'm going to go down 2 halves and over 9. I'm going to go up 1 half over a third, up 2 halves over 9, up 3 halves over 1/27th, and blah, 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 blah. And you see that this one is going to happen very sharply, but actually hit the dots. Okay, and the points are important. I'm not looking for, is the graph kind of in the right spot? You can't just look at your screen and then sketch it. Get the points on there. If the points are good, I don't even care that you, if I see that, oops, I missed the points. Big whoop, I see the points. Now, do I want the points there and then someone comes along and draws this? Probably not. No. Depending on at what hour I'm grading this, Then I would sketch the little rabbit from Pets. You know that GIF of him going, where it's just him twitching. Yeah.
I don't know what Jimmy talked about.
Have you not seen
Secret Life of Pets? Like maybe once. I don't
One
remember
like
much.
that. Like the.
I will send it to you while you are taking this test.
I always think it's so funny from that like.
Come on. There you go. Okay, next one. Evaluate the expression. I know that if you have a log base button, you can just type this and write answer. I will not accept it. I want something on there to show that you understand the property that got the answer. For example, log base 6 of 216 is asking the question, 6 to what power makes 216? If you just do this and then write 3, okay, I understand that you understand what a log does. Or if you wrote 6 to the x is 216. Like something, write something to show that it's you that knows this, not your calculator. Okay. What the bejesus is this? Okay. So show that. If e to the ln of something cancels, then write the ln of, now this comes down, and if ln of e to the thing cancels, 0. It's not that hard to show that. You're just crossing it out. But crossing it out shows that you understand the property. Okay. If I know that 25 to the something is 1 over 125, then I can write 5 squared to the x is 5 to the negative third. One-to-one property, 2x equals negative 3, and solve. Okay. So some of these you might be able to get away with showing the property by literally just cross something out. Others you might have to have a little more on there. But make a note to yourself, please, just something to show that it's you who understands this, not your calculator is programmed with it. Okay? A couple of you have got with this. What is the first thing you should do before even starting to expand? Prime factorization. Yep. That's the ln of 3 squared by x to the third by y to the negative fourth by z.
I just kept writing the 3 squared. Like I just did it.
Oh, I'm just saying this is going to help you not screw up, not miss that. Like what happens if it's ln of 51, x to the third, da 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 da. Do you just know off the top of your head that 51 is 3 and 17? Like, I'm saying writing this, that one extra line can help us not do the dumb and get the 1 point off. And then as I hand back the quizzes, everyone has a hissy fit and groans and says, "Oh, it's always 1 off." Because y'all get mad about that 29 out of 30.
I do.
It's just, if it helps you, do it. If it doesn't, don't. So I'm going to say that's the ln of 3 squared. Exponent comes out front. That's the ln of 3 to the 3x to the third. 3 comes out front. That's the ln of y to the negative fourth. Negative 4 comes out front. And the ln of z. As you're expanding things, remember if you have something with a denominator, everything on the denominator gets negated because you're dividing by all of the factors of the denominator. So like if that was the ln of 51x to the third y to the fourth z, I'd say ln of 3, ln of 17, 3 ln of x. There's so many kids that are now going to say minus 4 ln of y, and then they'll goof and say the ln of z plus, because the y and the z were being multiplied. They are both on the denominator, so this needs to be negated. Okay, so
So if we condense our answer, would the LNZ be on top?
no, it's a minus this thing.
Or the other one above?
Oh,
Now,
this?
yeah, would that be
Yeah, because it's not subtracting the whole thing. Yeah.
Andrew has a yoga today.
No. So the
What?
what's your final what's the final is it the bottom one? Well, it says expand.
No, this was if it was this.
Oh, okay. I was really confused. So it's just the two. Oh, okay.
I'm just reviewing the denominator thing since this one didn't have a denominator. Okay? No, this didn't have a denominator. I wanted to ask what happens if you have a denominator. Okay. Log of a thing plus log of a thing. I can't do that yet. I have to combine my logarithms first. So I start with, this is log of this product. So 16x plus 2 times 20x minus 2. Now, because it's log of a thing equals log of a thing and they have the same base, now the one-to-one property says this equals that. So I'll disturb it. 320x squared, negative 32 plus 40 is plus 8. X minus 4 is... Yeah, it looks big number, it looks scary, but then put everything on one side and you get x squared minus x minus 2. So x minus 2, x plus 1, x is 2 and negative 1. And then my original equation has a logarithm in it. So I have the potential to break math here by taking log of a non-positive. I need to test both of them in the original to see if one of them screws up. And in this case, I cannot put the negative 1 in there, so there we go. Exactly what we did on our daily quiz. Y'all seem pretty good with them. I take log of both sides, whatever base I want. Just to mess with you, I'm going to say 2x minus 5 times ln of 3. It doesn't affect it. I am purely doing that. It's like if I erase something, and the kid gets mad about that, I'm just sitting over there. And I'll distribute. Maddie's over here like, no. I'm going to say 2 ln of 3 x's minus 5 ln of 3's. 3 ln of 6 minus 4 ln of 6 x's. I distributed. Can I what?
Just replace everything that says LN with log.
It's so bad.
It's not that bad.
I prefer using actual log.
Must be it's less to
It
write.
is less to write.
Just by 1 letter.
Yeah, 1 letter. I'm so lazy I substitute all my logs for Y's and Z's. So,
Please don't do that on your quiz,
Like, don't do what?
because that's literally not a mathematical operation.
no, I substitute log of 6. The whole log. Why?
Do you define that off to the side?
Yeah, I have it defined.
Okay.
3 equals Y.
Yeah, go for it then. Then we'll have 2 log 3 of x minus 5 log 3. 3 log 6 minus 4 log 6 of x. I need to add this log over here. It'll combine to 2 log 3 plus 4 log 6 x's. Need to add this log over here. 3 log 6 plus 5 log 3. And divide. And then if you want to combine them into really big numbers, you can. So you're going to have 6 to the third and 3 to the fifth. Oof, 243 by 216. So big number. 3 squared and 6 to the fourth. Also a large number. So if you want to do it, do it. I'm not going to make you. But I will have both answers on my sheet. Okay?
Wait, if you get the one answer right, but like you just make bad math errors or something, like for the second one, if you wanted to make it for big numbers, would you want to?
If you get this right and then continue going and you get this part wrong, effed around, found out.
That's so mean.
It shows a error in your understanding.
So just like limit something.
No, it'd be one off. It's not going to be like the whole thing off because the answer is in the wrong form or something. But
I'm gonna keep my answer like that.
yeah, it's probably safer. So,
I'm like confident. Just
and oh yeah, factor. No synthetic division.
What do you mean by fact? I've been working on my factor. This is gonna be great. Like the x plus. I've been working on my factor.
Factor.
Hey, you gotta go to quadratic form first, guys.
Step 1 is to isolate your quadratic forms. X to the fourth, 13x squared, 36 minus 2x to the third minus 18x. This is quadratic form. If I factor out a negative 2x, this is also quadratic form. I want to see you take it from there. This is review. I said for the back half of the semester, we're going to see this more often, where you have just some review problem tossed in on your quizzes. Hey?
The x plus 9, do we cancel them out or just have one?
No, you factor them out just like you would with AC method. There's x plus 9 in common. So it comes out leaving x squared minus 2x plus 4, a quadratic.
And this just the roots. I
What do
don't understand the factoring it out part. Like, say it again.
Here. They have an x squared minus or plus 9 in common, right? Right now, that's no different than a x squared plus 4 minus 2xa. You would take a out, leaving that,
Oh, okay.
right? They have an x squared plus 9 in common. So if I take x squared plus 9 out, if I factor it out of both, look at what's left. X squared minus 2x plus 4. Are there factors of 4 that add up to negative 2?
No.
Womp womp. So, x squared minus 2x equals negative 4. Variables on one side, not variables on the other. Add b over 2 squared to both sides. Half of negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. Write it, this perfect square trinomial in factored form. It's always x plus b over 2, so half of negative 2 is negative 1. Squared is negative 3. Solve by square roots. Square root both sides, so that's a I root of 3 plus or minus, and then I'll add the 1 over. Where do we add 3? Who, what?
Or the 1 is that because negative 2 divided by 2 squared?
Yes, the b over 2 squared to both sides. Yes,
Oh, no. I got it. I did problem with this and then I didn't find why isn't
what? Why isn't negative 4?
I know it's negative.
Oh, okay. Yep, I didn't actually finish the factoring. Isn't that x plus 3i, x minus 3i? So I also need to have do you have to check? Yeah, you can. X minus this, x minus that, x minus that, x minus that. Multiply them all, and you should get back here. You do not have to. But if you get it wrong, you can kick yourself because you could have checked it to make sure that you're right. So, cost benefit. No, it's always the same directions, same type of problem. I just changed the numbers. Like, when I originally made different forms of this, I made a quiz. This is the type of problems that I want. And then on my monitors, I split out 3 forms of the quiz and the review, make those, dump them, make 3 more forms of the quiz and a different review. So, like, they all have the same type of problem in the same spot. Yeah. Oh, you mean like if the answers are viable or not? Like if they're correct? Yeah, there's no logarithm in the original, there's no even radical, there's no x on denominator, so you don't have to check to look for extraneous solutions, no. I thought you meant just check your answer. Like, yeah, you can always check your answer. Then say that. Do I check break math? All right. Phone's over here. Scramble yourselves up.